We're going to do something a little bit different this week with the tip, and I'm actually going to come to you with a video to talk a little bit with all of you and to share a moment of reflection with you for our message for this week. This has been a rich week of feast days in the life of the church, and that's what I really want to come and share with you as we look ahead for our own future and what all of our saints mean to us as we study them. Monday was the feast day of the Reverend William Reed Huntington. He was instrumental in the 1892 revision of the Book of Common Prayer, and also in restoring the ancient order of deaconesses and in shaping the Chicago Lambeth Quadrilateral as a basis for unity with other Christians in the world. And we celebrate him and the gifts that he gave to the church as a priest and as a writer. On Tuesday, what a feast day we had. We celebrated the day of Johann Sebastian Bach, George Frederick Handel, and Henry Purcell, three composers who certainly have changed the life not only of the Anglican tradition, but of all of Christianity in their amazing settings of scriptural texts and music. We celebrate them because the life that we know as Christians wouldn't be the same without their incredible gift of moving music. On Wednesday, we celebrated the feast day of Mary, Martha, and Lazarus of Bethany. We know that these were good friends of Jesus. He visited them, raised Lazarus from the dead, and then later in John's Gospel, returned to their home for a dinner visit as he was preparing to make his own way to Jerusalem. A wonderful, wonderful story of his relationship with them and that incredible friendship and love. And we're left with this beautiful story of Sister Mary anointing him, anointing his feet, and the fragrance of the love of that perfume filling their whole house as the love of Jesus fills our entire lives. On Thursday, we remembered the two British abolitionists whose work shaped conversation around slavery and abolition on this soil as well. William Wilberforce and Anthony Ashley Cooper, Lord Shaftesbury. We remember them and how their witness shaped a conversation around slavery. And tomorrow we'll remember Saint Ignatius of Loyola and the notion of taking that vow of strict poverty in order to serve the needs of the poor. The lives of all of these saints remind us of the many gifts that God has given all of us and the many ways that we can use those gifts to serve God and to serve one another and to make the world a better place. And even in the midst of a pandemic, even in the midst of everything that's going on now, how does God still call us to serve and to be influencers of good for one another? There are so many tremendous needs in our world and so many ways that we can share of ourselves. And my prayer for all of us is that we will continue to look for those ways and continue to be those influencers for good. On a day that we laid to rest Congressman John Lewis, a life that certainly was committed to serving others in our country, it is a day for us to ask ourselves how we can be influencers for good.